Find your seats. Find your seats. Get a nice last treat. All right. Time is officially 3:07. Welcome to the first Providing for the Provider for 2026. Give it up for yourselves. If you got a friend that's on the way, tell them get their butts get in chair. And they'll have to sit in the middle and be seen by everybody. Oh no. Nice. Let's see. I don't typically have an iPad in my hands, but I really want to honor the 2 hours we kind of allotted for this. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. So I really want to honor everybody's time. One, I'm going to do my absolute best to get y'all up out of here by 5. It might go to 5:15 a little bit, but if you need a boogie at 5, feel free to skedaddle. I want to lay a few things before we get going. Is that okay with you? Yeah. Sweet. So I think it's important when we engage in relations to have an idea of agreements or awareness or values and boundaries in that capacity. So with some agreements, I mean, the main thing that I just asked for this next 2 hours of your life is respect and focus. Respect and focus. So I get it. If you're a new mom, you handling putting out fires, whatever, like have your phone at your side, but please don't have it go off. You know what I mean? Put it on D&D as this time is for you. And whether you're an exhausted provider or a tired human, just know that this space is for you. When it comes to focus, that's what I'm asking. When it comes to respect, respect yourself first and foremost. You put in the time to show up on a Sunday with some dude ready to just go off. So allow yourself to really just be here. There's gonna be people that walk past the windows. Allow your focus to be here, but allow your focus to be here, yes? Can I get a if you with me? Woo-hoo! We gonna go far, y'all. Let's see. All right, so just wanna lay the land. So about the first 45 minutes, I'm gonna lay some initial frameworks that I think are gonna be very important for the foundation of you changing your energy and changing your life. If you're new, if this is not your first time, raise your hand. Where my OGs at? Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. That opens it up. What up? You're here. Ayer. What up, sis? It's good to have you. If this is your first time, put your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. I love it, y'all. I love it. Thank you for participating. Hey, yeah, make some noise. It's not for me, it's for y'all. Whew. All right. After we go in like from 3:15 to 4, we're gonna have a nice 15-minute reset. I'm a chiropractor, so I can't have y'all being all like compressed and whatnot, and posture's not that good. So I need to make sure that we stretch where we'll be able to honor and connect to Yellowbirds Farms with Kiana out here serving it up for the people. Wave to the people. I love it. We got Jackie in the back with Shots de Salud. Wave to the good people. Wave to the good people. These are our good vendors for today. They got nice, tasty treats and beverages. That way, on the 7th inning stretch, you can treat yourself if you haven't already. Got my lovely fiance over here to my right. And I'm having an offer for y'all in case y'all want to come into Almasana. I'm going to go in deeper on that. But I got a few bonuses for you. But once we have that 15-minute reset, then we're about to go in. Because I came up with new material. I feel like I'm about to drop a new mixtape, and I'm hella excited. Apparently, if your name's Jamal, you drop mixtapes and shit. But I'm a doctor, so I like to drop educational videos and material. Is that cool with y'all? I love it. All right, I got some smiles. Then we'll end at like 4:45, 5-ish. Q&A, discussion. I'm usually one to like, I love questions. They're my favorite. And if we get through just a few concepts and we keep hammering questions, well, we'll probably be here till God knows when. Because the reality is this is a 2-hour workshop, probably like an hour and 45 at this time. But I could teach the material that I've come up with this through the last 10 years of my life, 15 years of my life, and I could do 50 hours on this. See, y'all getting y'all big toe wet, getting y'all big toe wet. But what I want y'all to focus on, don't get lost in trying to grab everything. Just grab one thing to change your life. I love questions. So I got some questions at the beginning of this presentation to make you think, make you feel, get into that heart, as that's where we're supposed to be as humans. And I think at this time, I just want to acknowledge it's just, man, I'm just honored to be here with y'all. I'm gonna take a breath. Y'all can join me if you want. Breath in through your nose. Exhale longer than you inhale. I'm not ignorant of the time that we're living in, and I'm gonna go deeper in on this, but I think to be able to have a regulated nervous system is to be prepared. To have a regulated nervous system is to be prepared. Some people marching in the streets today. Some people out here educating people folk on Instagram, whatever it may be. This is where I feel like I can serve my people best and most potently. Whatever your role is in at this time, I encourage you to find it, look for it, refine it, try something on, put it down. But my main intention for this setting is community. So I know I said it playfully, but like, yo, say what up to a stranger or say what up to someone that might be new. As I don't know, I think your best friend was a stranger at some point. You know what I'm saying? You didn't coming out the womb, dapping each other up unless you got a twin. But anyways, does that make sense? All right, cool. Let's see. I feel complete in that capacity. I'm definitely I want to share one last thing with y'all, then we're going to go right into the opening. Sound good to y'all? All right, so, man, quick question. So y'all going to get bonuses, and this was for free, and y'all get bonuses. How cool is that? So I think it's amazing, too. I'm here, of course. There's about 100-something tickets that were sold or completed, whatever. They're required. They were required. And I had this big audacious goal to invite 1,000 people, not for the sake of stroke of my ego, but for the need of necessity of this work and why I'm here doing this. And I got to about like 300-400 of my own contacts and whatnot, and then I called on some very special folks. So I got a PDF for you that I want y'all to make sure that y'all have. It's what this is. But I sent out a PDF about a week ago, and it's the Exhausted Provider's Guide to Increase Your Energy and Time. Did you get it? Raise your hands if you got it. Raise your hands if you got it. All right, cool. Hands up still. Did you look at it? Yeah, some hands went down, but hey, we're here. We're here. I love it. That's the point. That's the point. It's one thing to show up. It's another thing to show up for yourself even deeper. Anyways, so just know, one, y'all going to get the Exhausted Provider's Reboot Guide. A lot of providers don't have a lot of time. So guess what I'm efforting to increase for y'all? And your energy. Next, I'd like to be able to highlight some of my special collaborators, so just allow me to peruse onto here as I'm going to read their names kind of fast, but just know we're going to get to a resources part at the end of this so that way y'all can just know who's here to support you. These people are some of my greatest allies, friends, people that take care of me when I'm tired, and people doing really good work in the community. So when I call your name, may you stand up. Alexis Lopez with Embody Light. Yep. Becky with Soul Body Works. Where you at, girl? Oh, right next. Brianna, stay standing. Y'all getting your exercise today. Brianna with Desert Mudita Massage. Jade Blair, Plump Rums, yeah. Jamie Nguyen. Jackie with Shots de Salud. Michaela with Anova Expansion. Y'all can save the claps if you want. Dr. Austin with Waveform PT. Where you at, bro? Where them biceps? Ah, nice. Scott Hillsman. We call him Gandalf. Annalise Cherie. Yellowbird Farm and Miss Kiana. Stephanie Kidder with Empower Financial. Where you at, sis? Yes, that's my financial chiropractor. Let's see, we got Key with the Chiron Guide. Where you at, girl? Yes. There's 2 pages, stay with me. Michelle with Bodywork, that's what it used to be called, the Onyx Boutique Gym. Yeah. Adina, oh, she can't be here, just kidding. Sophia Serrano with Brainwise Therapy. Janet Boone with Bodies by Boone. Stand up, girl. Uh-huh. Jason Cross with Levity Wellness. Special shout out to a few, I'm going to name them later, but Marie Gonzalez with Heart Nectar. Mm-hmm. Vicente with Gadabout Salon Spas. And last but not least, Twin Flames Wellness with Sid Insider. Oh, and we got Sabrina and Davian, y'all. Hey, these people mean so much to me, y'all. So they're massage therapists, they're personal trainers, they're cacao facilitators, they're people that are here to take care of you. And when I first got this thought, I'm not doing this by myself. So I find it to be vital to make sure that y'all know y'all got hella resources so that way when y'all feel called or ready to explore with massage, with alignment and energy work, with some nice tasty snacks, with working out with someone that can understand women over their 40s, with someone that's efforting to be able to bring great sound healing into the world, with tapping into ancient Chinese medicine, to creating a safe space of salon, so that way people can be able to receive and be able to slow down. Because who doesn't need a therapist? And I keep going on and on, y'all, but I just want to now acknowledge all the providers that provide for me and provide for this city. All right. Beautiful. Okay, so now that that's taken care of, this is why I don't have an iPad. I'd be acting fool. Anyways, okay. One last bonus. Y'all gonna get a sneak peek at the end of this seminar to a project I partnered with for Visit Tucson for 2 reasons. The people of Tucson be healthier, and for more people to visit Tucson, because that's why they picked on me. But other than that, any questions? Y'all inspired and ready? All right, I appreciate y'all patience. I'm gonna do this dance from here to here to here to here, so y'all just rock with me, all right? Behold, providing for the provider, keeping the momentum into the year. Wow. Cool, we're off to a great start. Okay, I think it's important, one, to just acknowledge, take a moment of silence for, I'll just say, the state of the world. Also, my brother Kevin Anderson with Pursuit Fitness had someone in the family commit suicide. His name was William, so I want to acknowledge him. But I also just want to invite anybody else that might be holding special intentions or a special someone in your heart, just to take this minute. Coming on back. Thank you. All right, y'all, get y'all pens ready. So, a little bit of why I think this work is important. So I think it's important to share like where I am, where I was, and why the work, as I can share and say a lot of stuffs, but if y'all not connected to that, I feel like I kind of like missed the mark. So when it comes to that, a few people I gotta acknowledge, mi abuela, I got my family over here, that's back home, got my sibling, Ren, got mom, dad, got my grandparents in the bottom left corner, got our own family, which is hella cool. We took Christmas photos. Shout out to Rachel with Tucson Headshot. And then I got my people that came at the grand opening. So I asked the questions, who am I? And I reflect that to you, who are you? Why are you here? Here today, for sure. But why are you here in life? What's your purpose? What's your North Star? What's important to you? You're not just here to just do, you're here to be. There's an energy that goes with that. I find that we are fractured. I'll speak on my behalf. I find that coming from where I do, I'm born and raised in East Hartford, Connecticut. Shout out to the 860. And it's very vital to be able to honor roots. But beyond that, my blood is from West Africa. My blood is from Peru. Mom's literally an immigrant, didn't speak any English when she came here. That's why I walk with a certain sacredness and honestly a certain kind of sacred rage at this time in life. You wouldn't tell. But it's because that there's this level of injustice going on that is quite literally right in front of our faces. And I think that, at least me, I'm obligated to do something about it. So what does that look like? It looks like helping y'all regulate your nervous systems. What does that even mean? I'm so glad you asked. That's what we're gonna spend the next hour and a half about. But for you to ask these questions, I find to be vital. Because, you wouldn't know it, but y'all see me, especially in Tucson, how I am now. You don't know the very angry boy I was when I was younger. I was just recapped with her about 2 weeks ago. She wanted to know a little bit more about me, and I shared essentially ages 9 to 17, and I was pissed, angry, majority of the time. I hated people. I was bullied. I was molested when I was younger, when I was about 9, and that's what created this initial void, this initial black hole, this initial wound. But then there wasn't the space, the awareness to even one, express that to my parents and to be able to seek help and resource. And I'm sharing that from a means of not to trauma dump, but so that way y'all know I was moving out of a lot of anger I'd never fit in. I had an afro, I was too white for the black folk, even though I wasn't white, and I didn't speak Spanish yet because I grew up in near Glastonbury, Connecticut, which was hella racist. And I didn't feel comfortable speaking Spanish, so my mom didn't speak it to us. I kind of found out that Mexicans around here kind of go through a similar thing, yes? But we're shifting that, yes? A huevo. Nice. If you know, you know. If you don't, well, whatever. But there's a lot of concepts that I feel like I came into. And when it came to why I even dove into this work, because the reality is, you don't have to do anything about your life. You could leave out these doors and be like, oh, that was kind of cool. Or when you walk out here, you do something to at least improve by 1%, and then you keep doing that thing over and over again. So at the end of the week, you're at 7%. At the end of the year, you're at 365% increase in your life. And what I want to offer to you is that it wasn't until I went to grad school at age 23 where the cesspool of hell that I came from, of humiliation, betrayal, abandonment, injustice, shame, guilt, not enough, not worthy, like, I get it. 5 wounds of the soul or 5 wounds of childhood, I got slapped by all of them. And what I want to offer to you is you got to have such a compelling why, such a compelling thing that's going to pull you forward or push you there when it's hard. Because it's not if, it's when. I love people. I like to think I live for the people because I love the people. And I love the people, so I live for the people. So this is how I like to express myself. But when I was 23, what I repressed, what I didn't express, what I didn't acknowledge, slapped me in my face when me and this lovely being right here, my sibling, this was my why. We were estranged for about 8 years. This Christmas meant so much to me in 2024 because we didn't have a Christmas together for 9 years. For 9 years, bro. There'd be a few Christmases due to the fracturing and due to our relationship, due to me being so angry, what wasn't expressed got expressed non-consciously to her or to them. The emotional punching bag, if you will. And it wasn't until I had to reckon with that when we stopped talking or they stopped talking to me that I had no other option to burn the boats to figure it out. So New Year's Eve 2017, I started grad school in 2016 in the fall. So I had 3 months. I was homesick. I was depressed. I was anxious. My heart was broken. I just got out of a relationship, which I didn't understand or respect myself. So I kept sabotaging myself and allowing myself to be talked to and treated in a way that I was out of integrity. And I don't take victimhood. I claim ownership in what I wasn't aware of. And we just weren't in a sustainable space. But when I got down south and I came back up for New Year's Eve and I partied, because that was what I was really good at. I was a D1 sprinter. So it was just like, you're an athlete, like life is great, I'll just say. You party, do whatever you want. I was really good at what I did because I channeled my anger so well. My legs are what got me into grad school. My legs are what got me into undergrad on a full ride scholarship eventually. This ring that I wear is a championship ring with my track team. People that just held me and received me because who I was, ages from 9 to 17, when I got to undergrad, I was like, Jamal, you got a new opportunity, bro. I was like, no one knows who you are. No one knows what you've been through. So then I became a social butterfly. And I grew my wings. And I talked to people just to talk to them and connect to them because I just wanted to be seen so bad. I just wanted to be seen so bad. And that was my wound. So when it came to grad school, I was like, oh yeah, all the way in, whatever it takes. So with this work, whatever it takes. With PFP, whatever it takes. Because if you're not open and willing, that's going to limit your ability to heal. And when I say heal, I want you to write this down. To heal is to adapt. To heal is to adapt. Man, I had y'all in it, man. My bad. Oh, yeah. Pisces moon, girl. Pisces moon. I get it. And if you don't know what that means in astrology, it means that I'm hella sensitive and I feel everything. And I was a little mixed boy, and I didn't know that was normal or how do I navigate this? Because my dad didn't know how to express. I didn't have the tools, the guides, the facilitations. That's why anyone that's young in the room, shout out to D, give me some, bro. Give me some, give me some. Shout out to Brooke. What's up, what's up, what's up? Y'all have an opportunity. We, as a generation, millennials, we might have like some Gen Zs here and cool, but then like, was one before millennials? X, that's the one. Yeah, y'all paved the way, man. Not the boomers, but hey, Gen X. We got access to tools that our grandparents and our great-grandparents and our parents didn't even have. And there's so much information coming through that we got to work through it all. Anyways, what I wanted to offer to y'all is like, man, being able to ask yourself, what is it going to take for you to change your life? What's your enough? Is it when you can't talk to your kid because you're too busy being overwhelmed and you don't have the bandwidth to talk to them, so you yell at them? You instill fear into them? You let the non-conscious programming that came through your parents into them? Is it you're dating another man out of integrity? I'm trying not to swear. Or you're with that same partner again, but it's a different skin suit or a different person? Is it that you're in the same job again and you find yourself doing the same thing again? What's going to be your enough to change your life? And if you're already changing your life, good. Write it down anyways, or think about it anyways. How we doing? All right. Because majority people, this is important. Majority people, when it comes to changing their life, they have a belief deficiency or a skill deficiency. Alex Hormozy. When it comes to people changing their life, healing, navigating life as an entrepreneur, as a father, or your health and healing journey, they don't believe that they can heal. They don't believe that they're deserving enough to incur and encounter a different reality and different life. And that's a belief deficiency. Why is that there? Oh, stay tuned. That's why I'm glad I got 2 hours, sort of. The other thing is a skill deficiency. You just don't know. Like, how do I process all these emotions? Like, I feel all these things, and I'm like, I'll just get smushed. Or you lack boundaries. You don't know your values. No one ever asks you these kind of things. At least they didn't ask me. I don't know about y'all. Maybe y'all doing better. But I feel like that's important to be able to understand, because if it's like you're stuck at this level, I see life as a video game. We get nothing but gold coins, baby. And if you're stuck at the same level that you've been at, or that you keep repeating the pattern, well, Bowser's slapping you, and you got to figure it out differently. But Bowser's your boss. Here's one. Bowser is your thoughts. Bowser's yourself, getting yourself in the way, in a perpetual state of victimhood, not willing to look in the mirror. It's easy to isolate. Stay focused, Jamal. But it's important to be able to just be like, okay, what am I missing? What information do I need? Where do I need to amass more resources? It's not a means of like the next thing, 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 or do the next thing, next thing, next thing. It's like, where are we not advancing in life? And it's not just low back pain, migraines, headaches. It's your anxiety that you constantly experience. It's those overwhelming thoughts that keep you up at night and you can't go to bed. It's those same thoughts that slap you right when you wake up and say, welcome back. Here, have some heart palpitations, son. It's those thoughts that when you go to your door, when I went to my room in Life Village retreat, I knew I was going to go to war with myself, with my thoughts, because I was just trying to just figure it out. And believe me, I was burnt out. So what I offer you, it's coming from lived experience, but it's also come from watching my mom and dad, being an immigrant and being a man from rural South Carolina, shout out to Easley, figure things out and give all that they had to their little mixed kids, yeah? Yeah? All right, just making sure. All right, let's see. Next slide. I got a question for y'all. Oh, that's not the question. Shout out to a bunch of my people. So I've done this workshop probably at least 25 times over these last 4 years, which feels amazing. The first PFP, which some of y'all were at. Let's see. The Arizona Rehabilitation Nurses Conference. Shout out to Carrie. Let's see. The American Black Chiropractic Association. Fun fact. 3% of chiropractors are black. We couldn't do this shit until the 1950s. Why? They were racist. Anyways. Shout out to Tactical Sergeant Nixon for the Resilience Summit at the Air Force Base this last year. Y'all, I had the chief and the colonel front and center going in, bro. That brings you alive. Talk about God winks of progress. Oh, and then all the senior staff and commanders. I was teaching them on the neuroscience of the exhausted provider. So just know, I say this to say, y'all getting some good stuff. And then ayer, we had Proviendo para los Proveedores, enero 20 y 26, just yesterday. Shout out to Rocio. She was here yesterday, y'all. All right, let's play a game. If 2025 were a movie, what would the name of that movie have been? Yeah, you can. Check this out. You can join at menti.com, put in this number, or you can boop this QR code or the QR code over there. Some cool stuff is going to happen. It should work. And if you need to think about it, it's cool. Everyone doesn't need to do it, but like, do it. It's working! Yeah! Yo, when it gets bigger, that means multiple people are saying it. I should have slapped a rated R on this. There's kids in here, y'all. Get it together. Just kidding, there's only one. She's almost 18. Okay, great. Great. Let's not do that again. So, next question. What is the quality of your energy right now? Get it together, y'all. Just kidding. Go in. This is fun. My throat's dry. I'm going to get water. Meh. Yeah. Vibrant. Tired. Needs work. Low. Inspired. I just want to shout out Jasmine, as I was able to discover her and one of her partners, they do a workshop that's very similar to this. It's like caring for the helping the helpers. God damn it. But they use this, and I was like, I want that for mine. So shout out to Jose. Make sure you get a picture for him, okay? All right, cool. So I said, all right, this is funny. Get your blank together. So I asked, what's the quality of your energy, not what's the perception and judgment of your energy? All right, take a quick pause, put your phone down off to the side, breathe in through your nose and just take inventory. No, you don't gotta close your eyes, but I dare you to. Just kidding, I invite you to. If that's too much, you can close your eyes and just squint. Like you give someone check someone out, squint. And just take note, scan from the top of your skull down to your feet, bottom of your feet up to your skull, big breath in through your nose. Exhale, audible sigh, or slow things down. Just notice where there's tension, where there's compression, where there's tightness, where there's ease, where things feel good, where you feel supported. Notice the quality of your thoughts. Notice where you might be holding stress. This is us taking inventory. The first step in regulating yourself is to be able to be where you're at. And right now, we're turning on your location services of where your body and where your energy and your mind are at. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, audible sigh. Last one before you take a breath. When you inhale, you use your nose, let your belly expand. You're more than welcome to touch your belly, touch the sides of your body, and allow yourself to expand. And when you inhale, in through the belly, chest, shoulders, exhale for 7 seconds. Allow yourself to feel supported. Allow yourself to engage. Come back home. Come back home. Open your eyes. Different. Yay, nay? What's different? Shout it out. Calmer. Love it. I love it. I love it. That was just 60 seconds, y'all. How would your life change if you created more space for that? I'm going to keep going in. Next slide. Bow. Okay, this is an important question. Shit's fire. It's not mine. If you were to fast forward to the end of 2026, then look back to this day, what would be the single most important thing that you do for yourself, y'all? If you were to fast forward to the end of 2026, and you were to look back to this day, what is the single most important thing you need to do for yourself? Either type it in the phone and put it on the screen or put it in your journal. I don't care. Because this is all for you. You get out what you put into life, such as everything. Oh, nice. We got some stuff. Some more self-care. Learning something new. Healthy habit. Ooh, trust. I love it. This is great. Fun fact. Does anyone know the antidote to anxiety? Presence? I like it. Gratitude? Nice. I think so too. It's not calmness. It's trust. It's trust. Trust for what? Trust in yourself. As what we're going to be doing is going through what you guys just experienced. It's what's called a body up or a bottom up experience. You're going to get some top down, like utilizing your mind to figure things out. But when it comes to actually taking care of yourself, it's all about bottom up. You have some dope practitioners in here that help you work out, help you receive, help you get massaged, help you get alignment. So what I want to just offer for y'all is that and an awareness. So the little meditation that I just did for you, it's in your email in the Exhausted Providers Reboot Guide. Give it a go. You're welcome. Cool. But look at these two, trust and self-love. I love it. Next slide. Okay, here we go, getting to the edumacation. I'm gonna fly through this because it's already 3:38. What I want y'all to do though, can anyone not see this board? Cool, I was about to say, if not, just phone a friend. That's your brain. Why is a chiropractor talking about a brain? Because one, I don't crack or pop shit. And if you say I pop and crack shit, we gonna throw hands, all right? Next, the quality of your energy dictates the quality of your life. Some of y'all ain't hear me. Some of y'all think I'm playing. The quality of your energy dictates the quality of your life. Why? I'm so glad you asked. Your brain controls what? Oh, you're a cheater. Everything! It controls everything. What controls the quality of your brain? Your mind. Your mind and your brain are not the same thing. Fun fact. Your brain's the squishy piece of meatloaf in between your ears. Your mind is what channel the spicy piece of meatloaf is tuning to. Some of y'all on 93.7, stressed as hell. Others, like my good friend Kevin Hamilton right here on Smooth Jazz 104.1. Smooth Jazz 104.1 is what says right here, it says VV, which means ventral vagal, that's regulated. That's where we want to be. That's parasympathetic, that's rest and digest, that's where we can think calmly, that's where we can breathe deeply, that's where our energy feels good, that's where we can actually go to sleep. Majority of people are in one of these two. This says FF, it means fight or flight. In your booklet, that means sympathetic or hyperarousal. Hyperarousal. Hyper meaning a lot. People are a lot of stressed. From a scale of arousal, I will share this. Give me this. There we go. Yeah, I like that. Hyperarousal means the energy is like, it's up here. Ventral vagal is more so like, than the other. A lot of people went into this and we got to get acquainted with it during COVID. Dorsal vagal shutdown. That means hypoarousal, immobilization, emotional numbing, disassociation, depression, isolation. I might have said that twice. That's okay. But it's of a lower energy. It's not a bad thing to experience sympathetic fight or flight or dorsal vagal shutdown. I want to just stomp that out right now. And it's not my goal to shame you or anything in that capacity, but it's to understand it. Those are there because your brain, at some point in your life, didn't embrace, digest, and reconceptualize a stressful event in your life. So it does this thing where it starts to predict the future in the present. Example A, had your heart broken. Scared to get your heart broken again. So when a nice presenting person comes up to you, you go, yeah, no thanks. They're like, excuse me, I was just grabbing my bag under your chair. But our brain's meant to protect us. And these top, fight or flight, which is this. Oh, I used the wrong color, that's okay. Fight or flight here, or dorsal vagal shutdown is here. Those are meant to survive. And a lot of people are out here just surviving. They're not thriving. That's what attributes to burnout over time. That's what attributes to you being exhausted. That's what attributes because you're not able to shift gears to enter, show me blue. You're not able to enter ventral vagal. I don't know. This is right here. As this is where we want to be. When you have a dysregulated nervous system, it means that you're outputting an energy that's not appropriate for the environment that you're in. Example A, there's someone moving out there, someone might have been like, it's like, he's on the other side of the window, he looks pretty cool. I think he's just walking his dog. And that's just my perception. But I'm sharing this to share. Understand, where does your energy dwell majority of the time? How does your community amplify that energy or put a wet blanket on that shit? How does your relationships impact that? How do your thoughts impact that? What do you notice? What triggers you? Shout out to Marianne. Let's see, episode 2 on Soul Coffee. But she said the trigger is the teacher. The trigger is the teacher. And based upon what energy you've been in majority of your life, you craft strategies. These strategies can look like attachment styles, which can look like being avoidant, typically, or anxious. If you're avoidant, when something happens, you're like, Nyah! You're like, nope, not dealing with that. Ooh, feelings. Let's shut those down and stuff those right in there. Yeah, right, my colon. Oh, cancer. Oh no. And then on the other side, we got fight or flight. We out here wanting to slap the piss out of everybody. God forbid Karen makes a mistake and, I don't know, ate your food in the fridge. It's over for her, you know what I mean? But fight or flight. Or it's important to ask yourself, where does your energy typically dwell and what's your pattern? Is this making sense? Great, because we are flying through this. I want to go deeper, but time's a ticking. So just know a nice lady called Bea Appleby with Happyful magazine highlighted your window of tolerance. I have my own diagram I utilize, thanks to my mentor, Jessica McGuire. She's amazing, and I love her. But this window of tolerance is kind of like this right here. You want to make sure that this is as open as we possibly can all throughout our lives. Some of y'all, that window is locked shut. You haven't looked outside in years. Some of y'all, hey Marie, some of y'all are just like, present, engaged, calm, alert, thinking clearly. But a lot of people are dwelling here. High energy, angry, overwhelmed, fight or flight. How's it look like in your body? I got another slide for that, so I'm going to keep going. Stay with me. So this is how you can gauge yourself. If there's one thing that y'all learn from me right now, or if you're my chiropractic client, don't pay attention just to the level of pain that you're in to assess if you're healthy or not. Just because you're not in pain doesn't mean you're completely healthy. You can have cancer, or you can have a heart attack or a stroke. No warning. Like no sensations. That's wild. Or you can have stage 4 cancer, you didn't even feel it. Crazy. But you can use these as a tool to build your map. So I want y'all to have a map. That's why you got a roadmap for the exhausted provider. It's not just being cute and shit. And I came up with that myself, not ChatGPT. But you can pay attention to the physical sensations in your body. Yes, not just the low back pain you experience. This is important too. Capture this. My low back pain, my anxiety, my depression, my migraines. Let them go. What you doing claiming those and perpetuating that cycle? You're literally talking to the 70 trillion cells that you're composed of that are all actively listening to you. And they're all either going to be here in a regulated state, or they're going to be shut down, or they're going to be in a hyperarousal state. And that's where disease is formed, because you're in a state of dis-ease. There's a lack of ease. Does this make sense? Cool. Pay attention to your energy. I'm going to go deeper on that. Quality of your thoughts. Any thoughts you're continuously having at all? First thing you happen when you wake up, when you go to bed? What's the most common thought that you've had the last week? What is it? Apparently, we think about 50,000 thoughts in a day, and 90% of them are the same. Interesting, huh? You guys are even having a thought right now about what I'm saying. Like, yeah, whatever, this guy's full of shit. All right, cool, prove me wrong. Prove yourself right. Anyways, so I already asked, where is your resting normal? Where do you spend most of your time? And here's one thing, if you're like, all right, well, why is there a brain on the whiteboard? Because we are going to experience stress. It comes in the form of physical stressors, mental and emotional stressors, and social stressors. Bless you. Physical, mental, emotional, and social. What does social mean? Why is that important? I think that's one of the most important ones. Y'all nice in a nice, relaxed space. Got some bevs. Shout out to Kiana. Got some bevs. Shout out to Jackie. And y'all in a regulated space, ideally. And maybe you're not. Maybe you're a little bit more hyper-aroused or hypo-aroused. Stay tuned. I got something for you. But our social factors are so important because we have partners, we have our jobs, we have our family. You're probably around one of those three factors and environments majority of your life, yes? So it's important to examine, well, what's the quality of that? I think of it as like la tierra. What's the quality of the environment that you're in? Because those are going to directly put you into here, here, or here. Or, fun fact, these two energies can combine and you can go into what's called fawn and or freeze. And that's fun in itself. Fawn is like you become fixated on one relationship and you like got to appease to them. It's called codependency. I know I was familiar with it. How about you? All right. The other one is freeze, where you know something is happening and you know something could be dangerous. You know something's not good for you, but your body's experiencing a lot of hyper arousal. That's typically the energy that launches forward so that way you can move and get out there. But when that doesn't work, now your body shuts down and it tries to protect itself. It's in hypo arousal. And when that happens, that you then collapse. Does that make sense? So your body's like collapsed, but you're like, yeah. And that's where disassociation can occur as well. Because now your mind's like, ejectocito, cuz I'm out. Bye, body. Which is interesting. Any questions with this briefly? Okay, great. Notes. Okay. We're almost through this first section. Thank God. Okay, cool. I usually go and keep in mind, I can go in on this for days, which is why your boy is finally creating a school community. I'm gonna share more on that deeper, but if you wanna continue this work, because it was pretty good, being free and shit, I'm gonna create an offer so that way y'all can keep this conversation going. Twice a month, we're gonna have some coffee and go deeper with this work. But what I want y'all to take away is communication. It's important to be able to know your needs, values, and boundaries. So I reference a book called Nonviolent Communication. It's in the resources guide at the back of your journal. I'll call it a journal. But it talks about universal needs that we have as human beings. I like to come up with an acronym called Mrs. Clausia. I'm gonna take y'all through. I want y'all to, you don't need to furiously write it down, but I want y'all to write down the one that kind of pings out to you that you haven't been aware of or you haven't had met in some time. Sound good? Sound good? Yeah. All right, cool. Don't make me walk in between this aisle and shit, man, because I'll do it. All right, so meaning, recreation, sustenance, creativity, love, autonomy, understanding and empathy, sense of belonging. Oh, let me go. Sense of belonging, aka community. Sense of safety. Identity and significance. Attachment, authenticity. Ooh, I see we got someone that printed out the guide. I see you, Sarah. I see you making the most of your workshop. Oh, don't look at me. Oh, my God. We're going to examine that. Anyways. Shout it out. Which one of these needs has been met for y'all? Has not in the last, say, week or month. In 2025, what was the need that got met to the smallest degree? Recreation for 100. Looks like a lot of them. Sense of belonging. Oh, sorry. Sense of belonging. Anything else? Creativity, attachment. I love it. I could go in. I think it was the third providing for the provider. I went in like on each of every single one of these so that way you can go deeper on them. I typically bring books for each of them that I recommend, but I try to trim away stuff. Just know I got stuffs for you. But just evaluate that, because with these needs, it's not a matter of like if they're getting met or they're not. That's very binary. But it's to a scale. On a scale of 1 to 10, to what degree is your need for creativity not getting met or met? To what degree is your need for creativity getting met or not met? To what degree is your need for love, for belonging, for identity, for purpose, for sustenance, for recuperation, my exhausted providers? To what degree is it not getting met? Why is that? Is this a new thing or an old thing? Does this keep showing up in your life? Where are you holding that emotion that's now not getting met, or excuse me, When this need doesn't get met, what emotion do you feel because of it? And then where do you hold or store that emotion? Or what do you do with that emotion typically? Do you bottle it up and say, I'll put that right in my tissue right here, or let me put that in my back right here. So what do you do with the emotion? That's important for y'all to evaluate as well. It doesn't just disappear. Fun fact, it's getting stored in your body and your fascia. That's why it's normal to be able to experience release when you receive body work, because your body finally feels safe enough to be able to let it go without your conscious ass blocking it. Like I said, we're our biggest, worst enemies. Anyways, does that make sense? All right. Did everyone write down or have something come to your mind? What need you gonna maybe work on? Give me a head nod. Give me a if this is delicious. I'm going for more though. That was like moderately warm. Anyways, I got a thumbs up. Someone just give a thumbs up? We got thumbs up out here? All right. Bet. Y'all got me stepping, man. All right, cool. Last thing that we're gonna do on this initial frameworks. What are y'all values? What's most important to you? Example, mine are gratitude, integrity, love, symbiosis, and consideration. Meaning, if there's a relationship that I'm in, there's not integrity present in both sides, or there's not a level of gratitude or symbiosis, which means equal exchange, I'm all set. I done did the whole overextend myself thing. It's not fun, and I get really resentful, and I don't want to be resentful. I'd rather just be like, you know what? With all love, due respect, I just don't think that we're for each other. Or I think that maybe this isn't the chiropractic clinic for you. Straight up. Y'all, I'm coming down hard year 2, bro. I've been making recommendations, and people be playing with me, not doing any recommendations. That's a whole nother thing. Anyways. But the realness is, like, are you in organizations, spaces, or places, or relationships that are compromising your value, which is then compromising your needs, which is then compromising and thrusting you into an emotional state that's either of defense or shutdown, or maybe it's in the middle. Maybe your needs are getting met. We can talk about the good stuff too, y'all. Don't be guilty to talk about the good stuff. People are like, oh man, like they just have it so hard. I feel bad. And bad isn't even emotion. I feel guilty or shame for celebrating my life. We celebrate life here. Feel me? Nice. Nice. Someone shout out a value for me. What you got? Give me something. Transparency? Good one. Presence. Integrity. Someone from the left of the room. Brooke, what you got? Why not? Nice. Beautiful. Okay, lesson 3, crucial conversations. Building a shared pool of meaning and keeping the dialogue going. God, it's so hard to condense everything. The point of nonviolent communication is so that way, 1, you are aware of what you're experiencing. The second is so you can share it with those that are around you so that we can better get your needs met. What does that sound like? Man, I don't know. Me and her have been going hard in the paint. It's like, man, she knows. Tuesdays, Thursdays, we work all day at the clinic, and sometimes we go back home to go decompress and have lunch, and I need to take a quick 10-minute nap. So I was like, hey, babe, I have a need for recuperation. Can you help me out with this? She goes, oh, yeah, go ahead. Pass out for 10 minutes. I wake up, I'm so happy. Versus I don't acknowledge that need for recuperation. She asks me something, and maybe I'm frustrated. I'm not even frustrated with her. I'm frustrated with myself majority of the time. This is very important. I want to make sure. Your healthcare providers are not above you. Your healthcare providers are not above you. I am not above you. I'm with you. I'm in this work, still actively efforting to better myself every day. Why? My why, I already showed you. So I just want to say that, because if you're in a relationship or if your healthcare provider is coming from this top down, find someone else, bruh. Find someone else. Because if they don't have integrity, well then, don't touch me. You know what I mean? Literally, don't touch me. 6 feet safe is what they say, I guess. All right. And this last part, Crucial Conversations is a book. It's Hellfire. I'm going to go deeper in on stories, but I ask here, what are the main stories at work or life driving your life and emotions? I'm going to go deeper in on this. And how would you rate yourself differentiating emotion from a story? Got that good reflection for you. Yeah, you guys got 2 pages for later. Behold, The pattern of, you can't see it because it's blocked by numbers. It says the pattern of the exhausted provider. I developed this concept and I debuted it, I believe, at 10 West last year, and it went really well. Now, if there's one thing I can just teach, it would probably be this, because this is where we get to dive in and explore what's the main thing we need to change in your life. When it comes to that, like I said, your pain doesn't need to be anxiousness or low back pain or migraines. But what I want y'all to invite and bring to the forethought of your mind is, say the pattern is just you being exhausted. And when I say pattern, like you stay exhausted. Or maybe you're grumpy, or maybe you're frustrated, or maybe you're pissed at work, or maybe whatever it is, put that in your brain. Whatever made 2025 the dumpster fire, think about that. It's probably there, yeah? As your chiropractor, my job is to help you become more aware of yourself so you can heal yourself. I'm just a homie at your side to walk along with you, cheer you on, and make sure that your brain can come back into a more relaxed state versus you stay blitzed in fight or flight, or you stay shut down in dorsal vagal. So you can come back to center so you can increase your ability to heal. You can increase your ability to heal. You don't need to write it down, but I like the word neuroplasticity. Ooh, I got a Neuro, nerve, plasticity, change. The changing of nerves. Your brain is changing every single day to the day that you die. They did not know this until the 1980s. Wild. You know how many medical books were written without that consideration, without that thought? People thought once you had a traumatic brain injury or you experienced trauma or something, they thought that people were just done. No, your brain's changing every single day. And the really cool thing is, I see that, Kendall. And the really cool thing, he's doing one of these. Disrespectful. God. And the really cool thing is, you can drive the quality of your neuroplasticity, which will then change everything because your brain connects to, say it, man. So the quality of your brain is dictated by the quality of your energy. Now let's talk about it. So I'll just stay focused here because it's already about 4 o'clock and I want to give y'all a break in like 10 minutes, give or take. How we doing? Cool, because we're going to break in a second so y'all can breathe and stretch and stuff. I can reorganize my thoughts. Oh, God, there's so much. All right. The second part of this workshop is going to be focused on examining what's called the upper limiting problem. Has anyone ever heard of the book, The Big Leap? I'm about to put y'all on game. Has anyone heard of The Biology of Belief? Has anyone read it? Show your hands. I already know you read it. I'm about to put y'all on game. Let's see. I can keep going. The point is that just know at some point in, I think, a provider's life, whether you're entrepreneurs, whether you're a parent, whether you're a healthcare professional, whether you're a small business owner, whether you're a community leader, because we've incurred a certain level of manifestation, a certain level of success, a certain level of being able to pluck that thought that was once right here and bring it into reality, there's a level of power in that, which is beautiful. That's why we're the creators, we're the authors of our lives. But when we've been smacked by life for a good portion of life and we're really overwhelmed and we're dwelling in the dorsal vagal or we're stuck in the fight or flight, we can forget that. And oftentimes when it comes to that, we examine the mental and emotional processes that are creating an upper limiting problem of the amount of success, the amount of love, the amount of joy, the amount of money, and the level of connection that we deserve in our life. This is the capacity to feel good. And it's a human thing. And it's a human thing because our brain gets in the way because of prediction. But it's predicting things from an energy that was stressed the hell out and in fight or flight or shut down. So my job as your chiropractor is to help facilitate what's called a prediction error. Meaning, you're experiencing something in life. I'll just say low back pain. I adjust you. You get up off the table, you sleep well, low back pain goes away. You wake up and you're like, oh. But when you wake up, you're like, wait, where's the low back pain? Your brain's like, where is it? Where is it? It's like, oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, right in my life. Right where I like it. Good. All right, now I'm safe. Because a lot of people will prefer a familiar hell versus an unfamiliar heaven. A lot of people are addicted to their suffering. A lot of people are addicted to their frustration, their mental and emotional abuse, their vices, their pens, the alcohol, the weed, the women, whatever it may be, or the sex, whatever it may be. And the important thing that I want to offer to you is that when we can become aware of it, we can see how we're shooting ourselves in the foot, and it starts with your neurology, because it's just the neuroscience of your life. Following with me? because I can go win. So that's why I asked, what's your predominant emotional state? Just write this down. This is from Deb Dana, Anchored. Fire book. I feel like it's not that heady in case you want to like understand the nervous system more. Well, there's a lot of books like that. But anyways, Anchored, Deb Dana. She says this. The state precedes the story. The state precedes the story. That's a big word. The state drives the story. What does that mean? It means if you're frustrated, now you're more likely to experience a story that's going to embody that energy of frustration. So you were frustrated, you're running late, you spill your coffee, God forbid. You're just having an off day already. You got up late. You didn't drink any water. You went for the coffee. The cat shit on the carpet. You got to clean that up. You didn't meal prep the night before, so you don't have any food. So you rush to Starbucks and they mess up your order, and then you spilled your coffee. And now you got to go to work to go take care of all these human beings that aren't in a good state. But then homegirl Becky walks into the door and says, "Hi, Annalise." And you're like, "What did you say to me? You've been talking shit all day, Bex. I just got here." Or it's our partner. We hear, "Hoo-doom." Uh-oh, that's not good. Partner coming in, frustrated, coming in hot. You say, "Hey, babe, how you doing?" "What'd you say?" No, I didn't leave the iron on. I switched the loads. What are you talking about?" So our story is preceded by the state. God forbid one of your kids are going off, or your dog wants to go out the door, and he keeps scratching at the door, even though he just got good walkies, but it's not enough because he's a golden doodle, so he needs a lot more runnies, but you're trying to focus at 5 a.m. to get ready for a workshop. That was my life. Y'all see this? Gotta make sure we connect, man. Y'all gotta feel me. You're welcome. And that's influenced by your unmet needs and to the degree of them. If you're getting your needs met more often, well, you're probably going to be in a better emotional state, which will then influence the story. Environment. What's your top 5 relationships? Your work, your relationships with your family, your chosen family. I imagine you're probably choosing your family now because you're sick of your family then. That doesn't get talked about enough, man. But your environment. There's a concept called epigenetics in science. A lot of people don't know about this, but epigenetics, epi means above, genetics. Your genes are the blueprint. Your genes are the blueprint. But just because mom got breast cancer doesn't mean that you're gonna have breast cancer. I think a study was found that is like 58% of women that had the breast cancer gene didn't end up manifesting breast cancer. Why? It was due to their environment and their perception of their environment. Stay with me. This is one important point. 2 people can be experiencing the same stimulus and have 2 completely different reactions and responses. The founder of chiropractic asked the question, why does homeboy over there, homeboy A, drink the water and get sick, and homeboy B doesn't? If there was bacteria and shit in the water, wouldn't it kill both of them? But it doesn't. Why is that? Your level of your adaptability. This is what charges me up. This is what inspires me. This is what makes me ask the question. Because when I heard that, I was like, yeah, why is that? Why? That doesn't make sense. Or someone goes, achoo. Someone came down with the cold. They caught it. Why y'all catching colds and shit? Meanwhile, the other person's just chilling, thriving, living life. It's not that they sneezed on you. It's that your level of adaptability and the quality of energy was so depleted, your body now has to process and get rid of stuff, which then looks like sneezing, runny nose, coughing. Your body's trying to clear itself. It's trying to detoxify itself. Does that make sense? That's a little bit of a stretch. I know, and I get it. Like that's a whole conversation I could dive into. But what I want y'all to take away is that your environment plays a massive impact, but your perception, aka your story of your environment, is going to directly amplify that. And my goal, and with this, is to make you more adaptable, because it's also important to consider our behavior. Our behavior, meaning if you want to change your life and you keep doing the same thing, Einstein said that's insane. But have you taken a look in the mirror? Have you examined your behavior? Do you have mirrors and community to hold you accountable to your values of your behavior? That is no longer acceptable. Bro, you can't be talking to women like that. Bro, you can't be moving like that. Yo, you said you wanted to do this, but you're still getting up late and not drinking water. You said you wanted to go to the gym. Have you gone to the gym? No, avoidant. Or, well, you didn't go to the gym either, and fight or flight. Versus just being like, you're right. Ownership, y'all. If you could take more ownership in your life, watch it change. Because we are responsible for being the authors of our life, not some outside force of us. Comprende? People don't even say comprende. It's all entender, whatever. Results. What do you want? Straight up. When it comes to 2026, what do you want? Have you asked yourself this? It's almost February. You just gonna let another month slip? Another day slip? Why? Where are you? How's your energy? How rough is it in the morning when you get up? How rough is it to go to sleep at night? What's going on? What are the main stressors that you're experiencing? Because I bring all this together, what are the stressors? What's the top stressor in your life right now? Physical, mental, emotional, social. Write it down. And if you're falling asleep right now, I encourage you to take a breath and walk around. It's your life. Put both cheeks in it. You can't be half cheek in life, bro. How's that look? My life is great. Oh, what would it look if it went like this? I don't know. Anyways, is this making sense? Okay, quick pause. When it comes to questions, I love questions, but like I said, we got to keep things concise. So any questions in this moment when it comes to any of this? I love reflections, but I want to hear questions right now. In short, brain is used to experiencing fight or flight, ventral vagal energy, or dorsal vagal energy. Fight or flight being fight or flight, dorsal vagal being shut down. It's going to start to predict things ahead of time. My job and what we can do when we can re-examine our lives is we create what's called a prediction error, so that way we actually teach the brain, hey, no, not that way, this way. For my SpongeBob fans, not that way, SpongeBob, cheat that way. If you get it, you get it. If not, well, whatever. You're probably Gen X. Anyways, prediction error. That's what we're efforting to do here. So that way you can step up out of here and you're different. Make sense? Great question. Anchored. Anchored. Deb Dana. It's in your resources guide. This is progress. We're getting better. Y'all don't know how long it took me to put these slides together. That was the most stressful part of this. This is fun. I love this. This is my zone of genius. We're going to go into zone of genius afterwards. Is that a question? Okay. Got time for like 2 more questions after this.
So if, say, for example, your body starts recalibrating and you're doing the work, feeling that rest and digest, is that why it feels so unfamiliar?
Yeah. And this is a really good question. Oh, so would you like to say louder for the crowd?
So when you start doing the work and getting rest and digest, it feels unfamiliar.
It's important. So did I write it down? I don't think I wrote it down yet. All right, well, I guess we'll write it down now. So when it comes to what you can feel in your body, I learned this from Jessica McGuire. It's hella fire, but I think in acronyms, which if you know me, well, then you know me. Let's see. I'll say body, TEP, body, digestive, cardiovascular, and then what's the middle one? Muscular. So temperature. When you're hot or when you're pissed, like, yo, I'm so hot, bro. I had homies from Miami like, bro, I'm hot. I'm like, you should probably go in some AC. That shit will kill you. Temperature. How's your body shift? Heat is typical for fight or flight. Cold is typical for dorsal vagal. People are like, I'm so cold. Energy. What's the quality of energy? I put body. You can also think face. You can tell if I'm feeling emotions because I have a very expressive face. It's a blessing and a curse. Lexi would probably say it's a curse. She's like, why do you hate me? I'm like, I don't. I'm just thinking. This is my thinking face, babe. I like digestion. A lot of people have disrupted digestion. You can eat all the right foods, but if your brain's like, we're gonna die, it doesn't care, bruh. Of course you got IBS. Your body's stressed. It's not processing and digesting, literally. But we can change that, though. Get on the table, face down. Muscular. Where in your muscles does it hurt? Where's it hurt? Shut up. How has that not changed in 2 years? Oh, we call that progress. See, it's circulation or cardiovascular. Circulation or cardiovascular, in case you couldn't hear me. I have 6 zones in my nice, sexy practice. They're in these nice, sexy wooden poster boards. They actually kind of highlight all these, ironically enough. They're a little bit different, but I think where there's truth, there's a lot of similar language. So utilize this TEBDMC, which means temperature, energy, body, digestion, muscular system, and circulation and cardiovascular health to pay attention to your body. Or in that earlier slide when it said physical sensations, same thing, posture, breath, emotions, and thoughts. Those, and this is what I want you to utilize as your dashboard for your life. So you're not just like, check engine light, huh? Got that anxiety experiencing again, huh? Let's just ignore that. Oh, it's red now. Oh no, the tires are coming off. Okay, we'll be fine. Fuck it, I'll get to the next gas station. I was doing so good not swearing. But it's important because those symptoms that you're experiencing, it's your body intelligently communicating. Your body's not doing things by accident, believe it or not. It's doing it because it actually has helped keep you alive. Think about this, and I'll end on this so we can take a break. Sound good? Cool. Your body started as 2 cells. 2. Like, that's like a few 100,000 right there, just going like this. You're made of 70 trillion cells. 30 to 70. We got D in the building. And they have multiple organ systems. They have thousands of miles of vasculature, like all working in cohesion with each other. People can't put on their alarm and drink water. What if you had to consciously think about like, man, I need to make my heart beat now, and now, and now. Oh shit, I forgot. Now. We'd be doomed. Doomed, bruh. So as chiropractors, there's a philosophy, and it's simply that there is this universal intelligence that resides in all matter, constantly giving to itself its actions and properties, thus maintaining itself in existence. One more time. There's a universal intelligence that resides in all matter, constantly giving to itself its actions and properties, thus maintaining itself in existence. We call it the major premise. It's also important to note there's a lot of diversity in my profession. Some of them, quote unquote, don't believe the philosophy, but it's not a philosophy of my profession. It's a philosophy and a reflection of principles and axioms and truths. There is no my truth or whatever. Truth is just truth, and it doesn't change, and it hasn't changed. Our perceptions of the truth and our awareness and access to the truth changes. But I say that to say there's also an innate intelligence that is governing Davian's body versus Sabrina's body. Davian's intelligence that's governing this body and mine isn't concerned what Sabrina's is doing because it's focused on me. And when I say intelligence, I'm not talking about God. You can, but these are just simply principles and laws of organization and how things work. It's just principles and organization. Does that make sense? It's like, and we're made of that same stardust, that same intelligence that keeps this earth afloat and not burning to a crisp, being too close to the sun or too far away, and we all freeze to death. We might be on our way there based upon how humans are living unnaturally, but we shall see in the next 5 years, 10 years or so, yeah. We're gonna ride this thing till the wheels come off. Or they don't, we ideally change the tires. Beautiful. What if it was possible that we change the future? Who said the future's set, bro? I'm inviting opportunity. I said, we'll see. But best believe, D, I'm gonna be here, do my absolute best to uplift this city and its people. Give me some, baby. Yeah, clap it up for that man. Fun fact. D historically asks like the best questions in providing for the provider. And how old are you? Man, 10-year-old out here asking questions on life. All right, beautiful. So, time is 4:17. Man, we gotta hit this thing hard. I'd like to give y'all till 4:30 to keep things going. A few things. One, bathrooms are downstairs. There's one bathroom downstairs. There's 2 bathrooms upstairs. Feel free to stretch. Feel free to reset yourself, because when we get back, we're going to go in on the new material. But in the meantime, please check out Yellowbird with Kiana. Please check out Shots de Salud with Jackie. And Lexi's going to be, in case anyone's inspired, just chop it up with Lexi as well. I'll see y'all at 4:30. Nice. All right. Tapping in. How's y'all energy? My man. Anyone else? Love it. I love it. Hey, is that you? Is that you, Wookie? I love it. Let's see. I'm of how to say this? I'm of the belief that you can have your cake and eat it too. Nice. And I just want to share, it's really dope. So like I was saying at the beginning, I was selected to be the wellness host for the first project for Visit Tucson, which is a big Instagram platform. To be honest, I don't even know how big the platform is, but all I know is that when it comes to visiting Tucson, you share this. They approached me, Dave, shout out to Dave, approached me because they wanted to be the wellness host when it came to, because he showed me how much content they had like on food and nature and like other things, but there wasn't a lot of stuff on wellness. So I got to pioneer 5 different episodes, and I got to work with some great people in the city. And the series is going to be on Instagram, it's going to be on YouTube, and they're really going to put some good energy behind it. And the purpose is so that people in Tucson take care of themselves. Because I truly think like, Tucson is a dope place to live. I'm from the Northeast. It's icing and snowing out there. Guess where it's not? But what I want to do is share the trailer with y'all. I'm going to push this back. Share the trailer with y'all. Y'all down for that? Yeah. Cool. I didn't want to wait to the end. So let me do this, because we're working on technology. Thank you. All right. Let's see. And play.
A lot of us are living chaotic lives. In order to discover stillness, you need to appreciate what chaos is. Come join me on a journey that's a little bit out there. A series cultivated for you to better take care of yourself, your energy, your health, vitality, in a way that's encompassing of wellness. Because Tucson is a great place to take care of yourself.
They messed up and gave me the mixtape, so I'm going to leak it. I got another one. You want to see that one too? Yeah. Oh, okay. This is exciting, y'all. All right. Well, I'm just going to play a whole episode. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Throw this bad boy over there. Yeah. X you out. Yeah. Nice. Bow. All right.
A lot of us are living chaotic lives. In order to discover stillness, you need to appreciate what chaos is. Come join me on a journey that's a little bit out there. A series cultivated for you to better take care of yourself, your energy, your health, vitality, in a way that's encompassing of wellness. Because Tucson is a great place to take care of yourself.
A little different flavor. All right. So it would mean the word to me if when that drops, I'll send out an email to all my people. I'll be debuting, of course. I want to give some special love to Jason Cross with Levity Wellness in the back for being a part of it. We have Key with Key Ocho, who's a sound facilitator. I believe Key was in episode 5. They are part of Hacienda del Sol, and they create the floats. And then what she does also, she helps people become more aware of their wounded healer, as the name of her brand is the Chiron Guide. Nice, shouted it right out. Jason has a dope space over on Speedway. That's where I was like kind of like floating. They also have a great sauna, great massage work as well. I'm trying to make sure anybody else. Beautiful. Episode 1 was digital detox, so hiking and getting off your phone. Episode 2 was Sacred Waters. So that's why I brought in Jason, brought in Luke with Tucson Cold Plunge. Episode 3 was, I believe, Taste and Terrain. So we got to work with Wendy with Tumerico. If you've been to Tumerico, like, yo, you gotta go. And that was Ashley with the Move Pilates. And as the Monica does a lot of work with collaborating with her, and it's just great. Episode 4, sound was 5. What was 4? But sound was with Key. It was with Mikal as well, as she has like this little gem palace, so it was really dope. And for whatever reason, episode 4 is escaping me right now. But anyways, I'll be sharing more info with y'all, but I wanted to share that with y'all. Cool. All right. Y'all ready to get punched in your hearts? Great. Awesome. I'll preface this. It's not this. That is me though. That is me. Look at me. That's a sequoia tree. I got a reason for this. What I want to invite y'all into your awareness. So I love, if anyone knows me, they know I love Alex Hormozi. Like, I love how he moves through life. I love how he articulates, and he's essentially like, he's just like a Robin Hood, just putting entrepreneurs on game to be of good service. He talked to Tony Robbins. They had an hour podcast. Tony Robbins, back in the day, helped save my life. So when I was going through that whole darkness endeavor, my second quarter of grad school, I was in my Life Village retreat. It was quarter 2. It was rough, and I heard about the Netflix series, I Am Not Your Guru. And I watched it, and it ended me with just boo-hooing tears, like just wrecked. And that's what I think what really helped crack my heart open to just being able to receive more in life and start changing my life. Hormozi has really influenced how I show up, providing value, XYZ. They had a conversation, and it was interesting because they talked about, Hormozi's kind of like, create a goal so big that you suffer, or that you can suffer through it, like whatever. The man was wounded, but he was doing good work. Tony essentially really challenged that because he's been doing this work for 50 years. And he challenged Alex to create what's called a moonshot. He termed it a moonshot. And what I took away from that is a moonshot is something where you aim at something so big that it pushes you outside your comfort zone. And he did it for means challenging Alex to really, or Hormozi, really to awaken his heart and to really feel that and connect it to it. And when he asked, what are you gonna do for a moonshot? Hormozi said something amazing. He was like, man, I want to help 100,000 men get $100,000 in their bank account. And Tony was like, that's interesting. You chose a moment. And the moment that he chose was because when he felt like he had that amount of money, he was like, okay, like I made it. I made it. Like he talked to his wife. He's like, we made it. We're good. We're safe. Why I'm sharing this with y'all is because what I meditated on and what I translated that into my life and the work that I do is an arrival moment. So I want y'all to think of like an arrival moment. And what that means is like, what's a peak emotional experience for y'all where your heart was just cracked wide open, you were boo-hooing, maybe it was the birth of your son or your daughter, maybe it was your marriage, maybe it could be whatever it may be. And I'm saying that as a means because that can become the fuel that you utilize in your life and the evidence in your life to experience that more in your life and translate that level of emotion to now all the little actions. You can tap into, David Goggins calls it your soul cookie jar. So it's like you have all these cookies in the soul cookie jar. He's a little intense for some people, but it's still good stuff because he's like, think back to a time where you're just like, yeah, let's go, ring, 3P. Like, that's why I wear this ring. It connects me to an emotional state. And as you remember, state precedes the story. But if you can operate out of that state more abundantly and more regularly, it helps change your life. So if you are an exhausted provider, or you are fatigued, or you are experiencing the same thing, I want you to think about this. And if nothing comes to your mind, that's okay. I like to think that that means that it's on the way for you. And you probably get to craft it. But it comes from your vision, because when we're in so stressed of a state, sometimes we can literally only see right to our nose. Fun fact, biologically, when you're in a fight or flight space, your vision actually narrows, quite literally. You can't see beyond this. There's like an invisible, like the horse blinders. Your brain's doing that. your brain will always effort to reduce and eliminate, or reduce and like compartmentalize to try to keep you to survive. Your heart is what expands the moments. Did you catch it? So I want y'all to think of a time where your heart was wide open, and I'd be honored to share one of those times for me. Is that something you're okay with? Cool, because then after I show you this, then we're gonna unwind the pattern of what's blocking you from experiencing that more regularly. Does that sound good? And then we'll close things out. I know that there's people that need to head out at 5. It's all good. If it's okay with y'all, and if anyone can, I'd love to go until like 5:15 a little bit. I'll do my best to nail this concept. I think I can. The Little Train was onto something, man. He's hyping himself. He was a Little Train hype man. But does anyone need to go right at 5? Great, it's all good. They're like, I'm ready to go, cuz. No, I'm just kidding. They talked to me already, and they're the shit. Clap it up for Carrie. All right. Fight me later. It's okay. All right. So this was when, after my abuela transitioned in 2023, I was leading my men's retreat with my fraternity, my chiropractic fraternity, and it didn't look, the funeral was that Friday. No, the funeral was that Saturday, and I caught a flight. No, the funeral was that Friday. I got there that Saturday so I could still experience the men's retreat that we take 3 months to prepare for, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So we put a lot of time into it. I'm a part of the leadership team, and this is how they received me.
There's a house built out of stone, wooden floors, walls, and windowsills. Tables and chairs owned by all of us. This is a place where I don't feel at home. This is a place where I feel at home.
Have a breath. So when it comes to why I do what I do, I think of my brothers and I think of them. And like I said, y'all get such a certain part and portion of me in my expression, but y'all get me, and I want y'all to feel that for y'all, whatever that looks like for you, because you deserve it, to be supported, to be held, to be happy, to be joyful, to be abundant. Because when I was there, it's not a sad thing for me. It's something that makes me really happy, and I feel these deep emotions of just excitement and joy. So when it comes to y'all life, I want you to think and write down, what's my arrival moment? The other one was when I had that Christmas with my family after 9 years, and there was a time where my mom was at my side, and my sister and dad were next to each other. My sibling and my dad were next to each other. And it was hilarious because as we were sitting chilling in the garage, we all happened to like look at our legs, and like I have my mom's feet, and Rin has like my dad's legs, and it was hilarious. But I just weeped. I just let myself just feel like, this is why I do it. This is why I did it. This is why. And I want y'all to think like, look for like, this is why you do it. This is why you sacrifice for your kids. This is why you go into work and you do the work that is arduous, or this is why you created the business, or this is why you're taking a big leap, or this is why you show up in the way that you do. Like, if you're not anchored to this is why, and it's not strong, it's gonna be a lot harder for you to get through life. But if you can experience or reference this point, it's evidence that it's available for you. Does that make sense? Because people get lost in the fight or flight or the dorsal vagal or their environments that they're currently in, and they forget that that's available, or they don't even know. There's so many men that don't even know it's possible to experience love like that. That's why it's a part of them. That's why I show up to this fraternity. It's a volunteer organization to make sure that we are efforting to be the best men so we can be the best chiropractors, the best leaders in our cities, and help change the world through the nervous systems of our people in the city. And now you're all enrolled in that, so I got you. Does that make sense? All right, cool. So, last thoughts. That's a sequoia tree. That's like 250 feet large. It's big. What I want y'all to take away, I've done a PFP on just that alone, like understanding our mind, but our thoughts are like this, essentially. Your roots are the non-conscious, meaning it's in the ground. You can't see them. They're in our body. They're non-conscious, and that's what drives 90 to 99% of how we think, feel, and perceive in the world. 90 to 99%. Probably pretty important to look at. That means those same emotions, those same thoughts that you're experiencing that are driving your reality are non-conscious and they're automatic. But the cool thing is we can use a prediction error with our conscious mind to re-engage with the stressors in our life to now till the soil so that way now we can experience more life. But if you don't examine the soil and what's in the non-conscious that came from your mom or your dad or who raised you or who hurt you or did whatever it may be and understand why your brain's even in a fight or flight or a dorsal vagal state to begin with, then now you're living at the effect of life versus causing an effect on life. You're not causing an effect on your life because you're out here being affected. There's a principle. It's called cause and effects. Every effect has a cause. Every cause has effects. So when we examine it from a health capacity, from an energy capacity, the cause is the energy. But when it comes to your life, the upper limit problem is so big because a psychologist named Gary Hendricks wrote a book called The Big Leap, and he essentially coined it down to after working with thousands and thousands of people. People are experiencing typically 4 upper limiting problems. I'm going to say all 4. Give me a or a ooh. Or maybe you'll fidget in your chair when you hear the one that may or may not resonate with you. Number 1, people block themselves. Happiness, joy, abundance, success, because they think they're fundamentally flawed. Oh, there we go. Number 1. Number 2, if they experience more success, love, abundance, then they are going to be abandoned or betrayed. Or they're abandoning and or betraying those who started with them. Number 3, Biggie said it best, more money, more problems. They think if they're going to experience more energy, love, joy, now that's going to lead to more problems. So they shoot themselves in the foot. And number 4, outshining. Or you are too powerful. You are too much. You are too strong. Keep in mind, this happens. This is stress. Time. We experience stress. We experience stressors, but ideally we come back to what's called homeostasis, aka rest and digest. But when your life looks like this, now your brain is predicting this is the regular, this is the normal. And it goes into maladaptation, and now instead of resting and digesting, now your thoughts are messed up, and you're experiencing suicidal thoughts or depressive thoughts, or take your pick, or your gut's messed up, or any of those different cues that we were talking about before. That's because your brain has been chronically stressed for an extended period of time, and now your body's paying the price. Why am I saying any of this? Because this is connected to this. I'm gonna tell you why. These are the 6 ways in which these upper limiting beliefs and problems can manifest. And keep in mind, this is the first time I'm teaching this, and I'm hella excited. In the book, it says 6 ways it can manifest. Wubdahi. Say it with me. Wubdahi. I love y'all, man. Number 1, worry. So you're experiencing one of these, and you're worrying about how the future is going to happen. You're worrying whatever applied to y'all's situation. B, damn it. We'll come back to B. D, deflection. Deflection. I don't know, in black folk, it'd be like, hey man, you look good, bro. You been working out, man. I'm just trying to get like you. All right, there's like 2 black people in here, so maybe I'll get it, maybe I don't. There's like 3.5 of us, half of us are right, whatever. Deflection. Someone gives you a compliment, and you're like, oh, your hair looks so pretty, or it's so beautiful. Oh, this? Oh, I forgot to wash it, or whatever stupid shit comes out of our faces. Does that make sense? A, arguing. Arguing. H, health. I'm going to write north of this. Stay with me. Health. And then last but not least, integrity. And I'm going to reference something really quick, but what I want y'all to take away is when we're experiencing an upper limiting problem, this is how it's showing up in your life. You're worrying more. Stay tuned, humbly. You're deflecting. You're arguing more. Maybe it's in relationship. Your health is becoming an issue. In the book, it talks about there's a man that was experiencing chronic migraines. It's because he was cheating on his wife. And he would get a migraine after every single incident. Yeah, get him. Yeah. And he kept doing it until he became aware. And then he had to reckon with himself, and then he had to work on that rupture in the relationship. No, I don't know if they ended up happily ever after together. That's their own business. But anyways, that's how it can make up. Maybe it's your low back pain. Maybe it's the anxiety you're chronically experiencing. You're shooting yourself in the foot because you're not taking care of yourself. Exhausted provider. I don't have enough time. Oh, I got something for that ass. It's in the guide. We're going to get through this, I'm going to get to that, all right? No excuses. Anyways. She has 5 kids, okay? She shows up for herself still. Integrity. What if integrity wasn't a morality issue, but a physics issue? This thing swept me. I was like, oh, shit. And when it comes to a physics issue, it means to be in recognition of your already wholeness. To be in recognition that you are complete, that you're not broken or you're not fractured. But when we're experiencing an upper limiting problem, we can have a breach of our integrity and our recognition of ourselves. This is where now we may shoot ourselves in the foot, or we don't want to outshine somebody, or we don't want to abandon or betray, so it shows up like this. I'm going to find out B really quick. Stay with me. Is that making sense? Is there any quick reflections or things that pattern? Oh, duh, Jamal. So this is the pattern. This is the pattern. The pattern. Just a few slides ago. Stay with me. I gotta find that last one. Because when we're experiencing these issues, these keep us from our zone of genius. And I'm gonna go in on zone of genius. Oh. Belief, no. Behaviors, no. Damn it! And right over here, I got a damn book right here. Stay tuned. I was so ready. I was so, maybe. Where you can do right now. Keep in mind, my upper limiting problem be like, oh, you're an idiot. You're stupid. You're unprepared. Bleh. Lexi said something to me that swept me, bro. She said, people love your human. And it took my hypo-aroused ass from being like here to, oh, you mean it? Oh. That, because my pattern was guilt, shame. Got that from my pops. And we just keep whipping ourselves like to that shit. Criticism and blame. I'm gonna give it a C. That's why it's not clicking, y'all. I need to do CB. So the 6 in which it can manifest are wabdahi, worry, criticism and blame, deflection, arguing, health, integrity. So now as I flip a few slides back, what is now, again, I ask you, what is your pattern? Damn it. Because that's what I care about. What's the pattern that's limiting you? Keep in mind. Now, what's the zone of genius? I'm so glad that y'all asked. We're almost done. This is your zone of incompetence. This is your zone of competence. This is your zone of excellence. This is your zone of genius. Why is this relevant? Why is this important? A lot of us are living out of our zones of incompetence, competence, or excellence. What does that mean? It means what we're doing on the day-to-day. There might be people or ourselves that are playing too small. We're staying in our zone of excellence at work. Like, I'm really good at this. I get paid well for this. But there's still more. And you know there's still more because you're probably experiencing one of these. And if you're not aware, it's important to be able to ask this. Or we're just doing something that we're competent at. Oh, I'm good at punching numbers and being in a cubicle and blah, blah, blah. And no shade, maybe that's someone's genius. Someone's like, oh yeah, I'm going off. This shit is good. Yeah, it's good for my soul. I love this shit. I don't need a lunch break, man. I am the break. But it's important to understand that because then if you don't experience your zone of genius and allow for that to come out, you're gonna experience less life. There's probably a need, see how it's all coming together? There's probably a need that's not getting met of purpose or meaning or identity. Identity is one of the strongest driving motivational forces in our life. I am a provider. I am a mother. I am a father. I am a doctor. I am a nurse. I'm a personal trainer. We get attached to these identities, and ironically enough, they end up killing us because we end up giving from an empty cup. It had one drop in it. And there you go, spilling yourself again. Now your homegirl got to pick you up off the floor as you talking shit. Is this hitting? Cool. This is all new stuff, man. This is all new stuff. How we doing in the back? Y'all good? Y'all falling asleep on that couch? A little comfy now? All right. Okay. So what do I want y'all to do with this? Examine first and foremost your OP. In the book, it talks about, it's like OP. It's coming out again, and you make it a game. What I want y'all to take on with this: don't put the energy of guilt or blame or shame. Make it light. If you want to enter more freedom, if you want to enter this mastery, this game of life, curiosity is one of the biggest things that helps bring us back home. I would say if we're into something, or it's like, man, where can we, what's actually going on here? This is why I think marriage is dope, or being in relationship or partnership, because one of my brothers, shout out to Hokage, he's gonna love this. I'm Brother Grit, by the way. Y'all get Brother Grit. G-R-I-T. I don't pronounce my T's. Grit. My brother Hokage asked me a good question. He's like, essentially, what's the purpose of marriage? And because he's in a great relationship. I was like, well, for me, it's like a lifelong journey of partnering with someone to experience the totality of the stimuli in life that you wouldn't normally. And you got a homie to be able to help transmute all that energy to experience the all. You're committed to be able to experience life. Like, it's easy doing shit single. Some people are avoiding getting into a relationship because they quite literally don't want to. And that's okay if that's your prerogative. It's your prerogative, feel me? But when it comes to dealing with a relationship, you're quite literally inheriting someone else's shit. Shout out to Kevin Hart. My bullshit is your bullshit. Your bullshit is my bullshit. And then all of their, say it with me, patterns. Patterns. And you get to unwind it together if you want. And once more, this is where it's like, I can go all day. But out of respect, we got to keep things moving, because on the last point of this, example A, I'll use me. My zone of excellence, honestly, humbly, I think it's chiropractic. I know if people get on my table, I can find and see where things are moving and not moving, and now I know that I can put an impulse to help their body and brain reconnect back to itself so that they can feel more. And I'm also getting better about being able to explain what the hell is happening in their body so they understand it more, and that quite literally has a deeper effect on their system and on their healing. Fun fact, that's why education is important, which is why I send y'all the videos. I love you, Wookie. But I say my zone of genius, and this is the last point. Lexi, what time is it? Okay. My zone of genius, and I want y'all to take a moment when we break and some people need a boogie. My zone of genius is to be able, he defines it in the book, what is your unique ability? And I asked this shit out of providing for the provider. You know how you know you're onto something? When you come up with concepts and frameworks, and there's people that are billionaires or 100 millionaires saying the shit that you said. I was like, I said that. Because I asked and provided for the provider, what's your superpower? What are you really, really good at? And in the book, he goes, what's your unique ability? I was like, hot damn. What are you really good at? I'm really good at organizing meetings. What about it are you really good at? Or what about it do you enjoy? Like, so take your job, whatever it is, what's your favorite thing? Think about it right now. What's your favorite thing in your job that you do? And I say your job because ideally, you're doing something that you kind of like. But maybe there's more. How long have you enjoyed doing that? Why are you really good at that? He asks us in the book, there was a CEO, she's really good at timing and pacing of meetings. He's like, how are you? Why? She's like, what are you really good at? She's like, reading the energy of a room. He's like, how did that happen? Well, my parents would argue all the time, so I had to learn when things were off so she could sense that. And now it's paying dividends in her business. Y'all see that? So, for me, my unique ability is to be able to take complex concepts on health and life and break them down into digestible parts so my people live a more encouraged life. Providing for the provider. I'll take a clap. I'll take a clap. Because this is what lights me up. That's why I'm like, yo, you might have got adjusted by me, but if you don't get your ass to a PFP, you haven't experienced the totality of me. And if you haven't come back to a PFP, well, I'm gonna build systems because that's not my zone of genius. So I'm gonna help have someone help me so we can do this more often and do it better. So, does that make sense? Cool. So for my people, quick selfie. Where's my phone? In the meantime, write down what is my unique ability. Yeah, well, I prepared this phone. I gotta dust the ash off of it when not. Oh, I think we can do it. Nope, that's great. What is my unique ability? Why am I really good at this? When did that really start? Oh, y'all doubt me, huh? Well, watch this. That was an old wound. I got you. That was an old pattern. I think we do this right here. Oh, yeah, we got it. Not even everyone needs to move. You know, I'm just going to take a video. Everybody make some noise. Act like you're happy. All right. All right. It is officially 5:01. Appreciate y'all hanging out. There's two things. I don't know where it is. Great. I love it. So there's two clipboards. I think Jade's got the other. One's over there. If this was of value for y'all, I would love to be able to keep this experience going. As for me, this is a container I'm going to do every quarter. And I do it in English and I do it in Spanish. School is going to be a community, which it's online. I got like 12 of these, y'all. Y'all get to just watch them. Have Netflix and Dr. J. It's a great time. Take care of yourself, feel me? So there's going to be a space where we can commune, where we can meet on the month-to-month, where you get access to my videos, and I'm going to build this out more, because there's people that want to work with me that aren't in the city. So y'all spoiled, because I live here, and I love y'all. And I also very much so value your experience and how this was for you. So if you want to keep that going, I'm going to keep it free for February, March, and then come April Q2 when I release it, I'll probably start charging like $10, $15. But I want to talk to everybody, y'all. And keep in mind, if you're not inspired, cool. I don't need anything from you. But I do need you to take care of yourself. So whether it's through the school, great. Whether it's through Almasana, great. Anyone here that's not a practice member, just know I have you do your initial exam on the house. It's typically $200. We're going to be able to discover what are the main stressors and patterns in your life and how's it playing out. And then I'll make a recommendation for care, of course, but your initial exam and your first adjustment is on the house. All you got to do when this ends in about 10, 15 minutes, find Lexi. She will be up there for you. We got hella spots open. So for me, this is it. Like, I love life. So with the school, that feels great. With Almasana, that feels great. And it just feels great. So that way you know where you're at and we can do something about it. I feel like that's it. I want to make sure you can go. I have like one or two more questions for like the last 10, 15 minutes. Did I get everything? I got everything. But in the meantime, if you need to go, it's great. But clap it up for yourselves first and foremost. All right. What I want y'all to be able to leave with, y'all boogie as you may. Oh, I appreciate you. Yes. You got it, Monica. Let's see. When it comes to your zone of genius, here's one more question. How often, give me that hand. Thanks, brother. How often do you allow yourself to enjoy your zone of genius? Good to see you, Nicole. Meaning, when it comes to your zone of genius, like, how long is life good before you shoot yourself in the foot? How long is it? Is it a day? Like maybe you're in a new relationship. How long does that shit last? How long is that honeymoon phase? Or if you're at a new job, how long is it until you find yourself saying the same thing again? Like, oh, here I am again, or whatever it may be. And I'm asking these questions because when we can think about how long things take, well, now we can start to quantify and qualify, well, what the hell is happening so that way I can change my life and do something about it. That's why it's like, I don't care. I care about your pain. I don't care about your pain. I care about what's causing the pain. Because what's causing the pain is going to keep coming back. And you can cut it out. You can repress it. You can numb it. You can medicate it till it goes away, but it doesn't actually go away. It's just numb, so you can't feel it. If you don't feel that now, it's probably going to come back stronger next time, as a fun fact. With these lessons, the lessons will get more intense until you deal with it. Bowser's going to keep slapping you into the face, and it's probably going to hurt more because now you're wasting more. Excuse me. That's a story. Now you're burning more time, or now you're utilizing more time. Oh, that was the last thing. Now you're utilizing more time to try and fix things. My last gift for you is the main thing that I get with exhausted providers. I've taken care of thousands of people, y'all. Thousands of people. Number one common thing, I don't have enough time. Chew on this. Time is not an external force, but it is instead an internal lens in which we experience life. And that internal lens is either dilated or contracted based upon the health of your nervous system. I'll say it again. Time is not an external force acting upon you. Like Jade tosses weight. Throw a barbell? Nah. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, my pump's getting rough. Let's go. Well, I should probably do some of these. It's an internal lens. So time is not an external force. It's an internal lens in which we perceive life that's directly impacted by the quality of our nervous system. Meaning, if you are experiencing, on the other side, if you're experiencing that fight or flight, you're probably going to constrict time. A minute with your hand on the stove is completely different than a minute with someone that you love. A minute with someone, because if you're here, what's going on? Your brain is like, Nya! Versus like, oh, this is so nice. Y'all having dinner. So what is it? It's the same 60 seconds, but it's a different reality. Keep in mind, time is a man-made construct. Now, how do I get that, Dr. J, but now what? Well, in this nice Exhausted Providers Guide, I detail to do a time audit. A time audit. Meaning, identify your time leaks. Write down your schedule every 15 minutes or every hour. Yes, that's going to require time. But I got my homegirl, Stephanie Kidder, one of my founders. Hey, what's up, financial chiropractor? It's important people have budgets, right? But are y'all budgeting for y'all energy in your life? What's your calendar look like? Are you scheduled in your calendar? This was a lesson from the first Providing for the Provider. You will see your priorities based upon how you're scheduling yourself. And if you're putting work, and XYZ in front of your family, but you're a family man or a family woman, you're out of integrity. You might be doing it out of survival, and that's okay. Don't twist the story. I'm just holding up a mirror, feel me? But it requires you to, yes, take inventory. And you see this chicken scratch? I did it. I know it works because I started boo-hooing. Because when I got to the next step, identify your time leaks. Mine was mainly social media. It was from, yes, like scrolling, but also like trying to edit all this shit. That's why I got, what? K-Song, thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Can we get some love for K-Song? Feels good to work with a brother. Referral by Lou. But anyways, but it's also identify your energetic drivers. What activities restore you? For me, massage. Best believe I'm efforting to get on her table weekly. But real spiel, I might schedule something and it doesn't allow me to get on her table even though she's got a standing appointment with me weekly in my own damn home. But I'm like, ooh, but I gotta do this, or I gotta do this. So for me, I need to adapt so I can get on her table and also maybe see Becky or see Vicente or utilize my resources so that way it forces me to because it's not that convenient. And if no one told you this, it's not convenient to change your life. It's not convenient to heal. It's probably inconvenient. because we're living unnatural lives as natural beings. We're living unnatural lives as natural beings. And nature doesn't give a damn about your excuses. She's gonna bitch slap you. Straight up. And if she hasn't already and you're behaving in a way that's out of integrity, she's gonna let you know because she doesn't give a damn about your time. Because nature moves in cycles and rhythms, not a forced schedule. Y'all with me? All right. I got a lot. So as you go through this, you'll be able to experience more of that. But the last thing I'll end with is where your opportunity lies is to examine where in your life can you take more responsibility. In the book, it talks about responsibility is the doorway to expansion. Responsibility is the doorway to expansion. Taking extreme ownership. Now that you have your time budget, you know where everything's going. But then I bring in another framework from Indistractable, where it talks about put yourself in the schedule, and then at the end of the week or at the end of the day, review, did you do it? Oh, I put an hour in at the gym, or I scheduled myself for an hour at the gym. Well, did you do it or did you not do it? Oh man, I didn't do it. And maybe it's a conversation you're having with yourself, and that's enough. I find the vast majority of people, that's not enough. That's why masterminds are important. That's why organizations are important. That's why community is important. That's why I love that y'all my community. And I want to keep this going so that we can hold each other accountable and make each other better and keep things going. Because guess what? If you can't meet all your needs, if you have a great community, you have a great social capital, you're rich in social endeavors, there's probably someone close to you that is really good at that and can help you. But in your health and healing journey in life, curiosity and humility are massive. When I was getting my shit dragged all on the floor, best believe I got humbled. Again and again. I got scars to prove it. But that's where assuming humility as best as we can, assuming curiosity of like, where can we, versus like shame. Oh my God, I didn't do it again. Bleh, 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 bleh. Shame, shame, shame. There's a concept called the second arrow, meaning we often can do something that we experience guilt or shame. I didn't go to the gym. Boo-hoo. Oh no. But versus that just being objective, we now say, I'm a piece of shit. I am less than. I'm fat. I'm lazy. This is an arrow. All to us. We're punishing ourselves. Now look at you. Hella in fight or flight or dorsal vagal. When all you had to do was just stay objective about it. Does that track? Y'all feel more empowered? All right. Well, I believe that's everything. So, love some time for Q&A. It is 5:12, so maybe it's like 1-2 questions that are really concise, and then 1-2. And then I just want to make sure y'all see Jackie. Y'all make sure y'all see Kiana. Can we get some love for them, by the way? If y'all want to take me up on that initial exam, please see Lexi up front. And then, man, it would mean the world to me as, of course, like, I do this out of love, straight up. And the next Providing for the Provider, write it down. You'll check your email. If you don't see anything in your email, let your boy know. It's going to be probably April 17th and 18th. It's your birthday. Let's go. April 17th, 18th. Does this 2-hour kind of time block work for y'all? Cool. So if I did it again next quarter, would it be inspiring to come back to? Cool. Do I need to do a 3-hour? For some people, and that's the thing too. It's like, I'm working on it. Maybe we're at the Fox Theater next time. Like maybe there's 200 people here. You know what I mean? My goal, I don't want to charge for this. I trust that everything's going to come to me as it needs to. But what I do care about, I care that you change your life. So if you don't make an appointment, if you don't get on the school, I have your email. And I wish I had your number so I could call you. When we rebound all the way to the front of this presentation, what's the single most important thing that you do? I'm gonna find your email, I'm gonna shoot you a message, be like, hey, did you do it? And just know it's truly coming from a space of integrity, love, and curiosity. But without being redundant, if there could be 5 people or whoever feels called, feel free to connect to Kason afterwards, as I'd love to get some testimonials on how that experience was for you. You can say 1 word, you can say whatever amount of words, but I want to really bring this to the light because I know that there's organizations, there's companies, there's there's nonprofit organizations, there's people need this shit, man, and I'm gonna give it to them. So if you could support your boy in that capacity, that'd be great. And I feel like that ends at that. That's everything. So thank you so much, y'all. Yeah! Yeah! Thank you. Thank you. It feels good. God, it feels good. Thank you. I'm gonna put on some jams, grab some food, chop it up with Lexi, or chop it up with Kason. I'll probably be saying bye. Ooh. Oh, right, questions, duh. Davian, so sorry. What you got, man? You have a question? Randy, you had a question?
Health, curiosity, and was it companionship?
Curiosity and humility.
Health, curiosity, and humility.
Yeah.
And what's that a part of?
Energies that you can embody to navigate your path a little bit more easier.
Curiosity.
Humility and curiosity, mainly. Yep. Was there a question in the back? No? All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got it. Say goodbye to a stranger. You got it. Good to meet you, sis.